Hello friends, welcome to my channel Bless and Crochet. I am Mari Rolone and today I am going to show you how to crochet this nice neck. Would you like to know how to knit it? Join me from start to finish watching this video. I have it for in this case. I will give indications for adolescent women from 5 to 10 years of age, 2 to 5 years and 1 to 2 years. So if you are interested in all those sizes, stay and watch this video. Let's see how much I have spent on this neck. In total, I am going to show you it has 191, there is 191G. Is what I have spent so that at home you can take it into account. For this project I will use these two woolen ones. Number 4 wool. There at home, use any material you have near your home. And the most important thing that fits your pocket's needs. 4 millimeters crochet. On this occasion, I had already told you that it is number 4. It is this material that I am going to use. And remember that at home you can use materials near your home. And remember the most important thing that fits to your grandmother's needs. I am going to start securing my first stitch and weaving 3 chain stitches. In this first chain stitch, step, I close a stitch and then 3. Now within this of this first space, see if we can see it at the bottom. It will look like this. Then I have to take this space. So. If we are going to take up all the spaces, we are going to be left with a kind of chain stitch. That at the next stitch it will be better drawn. So we take a loop. We are going to leave here below this first stitch as had happened to them. To look for that little chain stitch we have left. Step, I close 1 and close 3 and again a loop. We look for that little chain stitch at the bottom. Step here from side to side. There it is, look. Let's see. Here and here. Step 1 and 3. One and 3. One and 3, and so look. Let's go. Drinking this is like an elastic band, so it will be very important. Let's start this time by weaving 1 and close 3 of them. Again step. I take the bottom part. I close 1 and close 3 loops. I take the stitch. Step, I close 1 and close 3. Step. I raise the stitch. There I close 1 and close 3. And so cute. Let's go weaving. I close 1 and close 3. What do you think? And here you can already observe the elastic part has passed again. One and 3. Step 1 and 3. Now we are going to get the hole that measures your head this time. Does have to measure the same as your little head so that you can take it into account at home. I'm going to give them some anyway. Some recommendations of how many stitches for each size, but remember, if you knit too tight or too loose, you can vary a little bit so that the perfect thing is. Measure it around your head, as if we were going to make the elastic of a hat. I go a little further and return. I want to show you until now I have, in this case, 93 stitches, then we will leave. For a dama, 93 stitches, for teenager 90. From 5 to 10 years old 87, from 2 to 5 years old 84. And from 1 to 2 years old we are going to leave him between 81 years old. Or 78 if in this case it is a multiple of 3. And 3 1 chain stitches is, or these 2 little chain stitches do count, so let's pass it on. In the last chain I close with a slip stitch. And here. Let's knit him. What do you think if instead of? Let's stop by here. 1 2 3, and in the same space I will knit him a second stitch, 2 chain stitches, and 2 more stitches. From here we are going to start with fans. Now we have here where the chain stitches are. I'm going to go 1 2, and at stitch number 3 I'll go 1 2, and at stitch number 3 I'll go 2. 2 double crochets in the same space, 2 chain stitches and 2 double crochets, 1 and 2 right there. We pass 1 2, and in number 3 we weave. Again 2 double crochets. In the same space we weave 2 chain stitches and make others. 2 double crochets to make the fan. And in this part, let's take the recording. I will spend it here. And then I'm going to spend it here. And on the upside down side. Step. Again step. And I make like a knot here so that it no longer unravels. The beginning. Here we lose between the stitches on the upside down side. And since we have already finished the knot, we can now cut. Anyway, I'm going to spend it a little longer. Ready? The beginning is over and, well, we are going to continue right now. We pass 1 2, and in number 3 we weave 2 double crochets, 2 chain stitches and 2 double crochets. I will complete my entire round. Once my return is over, it will look a little bit like pleated, or now you can see it like this, but it will settle in. Let's move on, where I have the last chain and I'm going to make a slip stitch, a chain stitch, and on this occasion, I'm going to make a color change. If you are going to knit the same color, then don't cut. You will continue to weave normal. Now let's go for the next color. Here we are going to do the following. I'm going to pass this one that are of the chain stitches, and here in relief, I'm going to start knitting A chain stitch with double wool. I make 2 more chain stitches. And I pass here in the center. I'm going to bring this strand in gray. To lose it, and here I am going to make a stitch of it. 2 chain stitches and a stitch in the same space. I'm going to take this stitch that follows in relief. Double crochet, step 2 stitches without knitting 1, 2, and in the number, which is 3 or the one near the chain stitches. I'm going to knit it double crochet. Within the chain stitches, double crochet. 2 chain stitches and double crochet. And here I take the stitch that is still embossed. I'm going to pass 2 stitches without knitting. I'm going to take just the one near the chain stitches. Embossed U. Next in relief, inside the chain stitches. 2 chain stitches, a double crochet, and now if the one that follows now is going to be relieved, write this one. In relief we will be weaving the herringbone stitch then. The first stitch and the last stitch of each motif are not woven at the herringbone stitch. I'm going to pass 2 stitches without knitting. And the one near the chain stitches, I weave it in relief. Double crochet within the chain stitch, double crochet 2 chain stitches. Double crochet in the same space and the relief. I will repeat this until I complete my entire tour. Once this round is over, I will stop by in this space where I have the latest chain stitch, and I knit a slip stitch. I am going to move on to this stitch that follows. I leave a single stitch in relief, 2 chain stitches. And within this space I knit a double crochet with 2 chain stitches. And in the same space a double crochet passes me to the stitch that follows. And I weave it in relief. Step 2 stitches 1, 2. And in the one near the chain stitches, I repeat the process. We are going to knit the same as in the last lap, double crochet on the chain stitch. 2 chain stitches, double crochet right there on the chain stitches. And the one that follows in double crochet relief. And this is how the stitch will form. Weed, I'm going to pass 1, 2, and in the one that follows, high relief. Double crochet on the chain stitches, 2 chain stitches, and again double crochet. Right there, and the one that follows in relief. And this, as I told you, is going to be the same as last season, so I will complete my entire tour and return. I want to show you friends, and by this time it is starting to settle in a little bit better. Let's do a third turn in the same color. Here's all I did. I'm going to see if we can bring it closer to the house so that it can be seen a little bit better. Last chain stitch. Slip stitch. Next stitch at relief. Single stitch to start. 2 chain stitches in relief. Within the same space I knit a double crochet, 2 chain stitches. And next double crochet in relief. We pass 2 stitches without knitting. And the stitch that is near the chain stitches, I take it. Double crochet, embossed 1 double crochet within the chain stitches, 2 chain stitches. Double crochet. And the following in relief. We pass 2 stitches without knitting 1, 2, and in number 3, I repeat the process. Let's do one more lap in this color. And I'll be back to make a color change if you are going to continue knitting it with the same color. Remember not to cut. I want to show you, friends, look, it has already settled in this round completely. And now what we are going to do is make our slip stitch in the last string, a chain stitch, and we cut. And later we may lose this little piece of wool. Now I am going to make the color change. I'm going to take this one in rose color, and I'm going to pass it on, about ignoring this stitch of the chain stitches. I'm going to stop by the one nearby. Of the chain stitches here I pass. I make with the double wool the first chain stitch, 2 and 3 like this, and within this space I am going to knit a double crochet, 2 chain stitches and a double crochet. This round we are going to continue with the same technique. I will pass. I take the double crochet in relief. I pass 2 stitches without knitting 1, 2, and on number 3 we weave double crochet. Relief this on the chain, stitch a normal double crochet, 2 chain stitches, and again a double crochet on the chain stitches where the relief follows. Step 2 stitches without knitting 1, 2, and the one that is close to the one with the 2 chain stitches. Relief stitch, double crochet, 2 chain stitches, and again. Nice, easy, easy. We are going to knit the whole lap the same as in the past laps. I have already finished my return step where the chain stitch is. Beginning with a low stitch in relief, 2 chain stitches, and I repeat again. I'm going to knit as I'm seeing it looking good like this. I'm going to knit 2 turns in pink, and then I will change to another color. For example, this one is a little darker than this one is at home. Who are you going to combine it with? Leave me your comment. I'll go a little ahead and come back. I want to show you friends until now. See how it is turning out. This part of the neck, and then let's make it a little bit wider. In this case, to make it broader, I am going to do the following. I am going to stop by here. I knit my single stitch, 2 chain stitches in relief, and within this space I will weave 2 double crochets, 2 chain stitches. Within this space I will knit 2 double crochets, and the stitch that follows in relief. And here I am going to pass 2 stitches without knitting, and in the one that follows in relief we are going to knit the stitch. High relief here we make 2. So 2 double crochets on the chain stitches, 2 chain stitches, and here stitch. Let's see, we'll be back a little bit. My friends are already passing me by. 2 stitches are missing here. Another 2 to 1 true now. We went so far that I was already saving time, but I recaptured 1 too. Here we go, stitch relief. 2 double crochets, 2 chain stitches, and in the same space 2 double crochets. And we go to the relief stitch like this. And here it is going to be expanded a little bit. Yes, in this case. If you don't want it that long, you can leave it like this. You place your 3 little turns on it and that's it. But if you want to expand it a little bit, this is the way we are going to expand it. I am going to complete my entire round. Let's remember that we always pass these 2 by. And here we make 2 double crochets, 2 chain stitches, and 2 double crochets in the same space, and the following in relief. Nice, easy, complete turn. I am about to finish my return. And here is my last chain stitch. I close with a slip stitch. I'm going to move on to the next stitch. Low relief stitch. 2 chain stitches, next stitch in relief and inside. Of the chain stitches, a double crochet, 2 chain stitches, and a double crochet. The following 2 stitches go for above in relief. This is how it will look like. I will repeat step 2 next relief stitch. Next relief. Here we make 1, 2 chain stitches, another double crochet. And the following 2 stitches will relief 1 and 2. And we repeat the process step 2 following 2 stitches. 1, 2 inside the chain stitches, 1 double crochet, 2 chain stitches. And I repeat process double crochet only in the opposite direction. And then 2 relief 1 and 2. And here I pass 1, 2 and repeat until I complete my entire turn. Once my return is over, as I already have 3 laps, the same thing happened. I do a slip stitch, a chain, and we release. Now we are going to continue. Look. Here in this part of here they are forming like these. These chain stitches, right? Okay, let's take this chain stitch. Here, I make a chain stitch. 2 more chain stitches. I move on to the next chain stitch. Double crochet U. Next chain stitch, watch. Next double crochet. Double crochet, next double crochet, and so on. I will continue to weave a double crochet for each space until the entire lap is completed. Once my return is over, the next thing I'm going to do is here these first little chain stitches, I'm going to take them from the bottom to make the closure with a slip stitch to emboss me. Let's knit 2 chain stitches. I'll move on to the next stitch. And this time I'm going to knit it at the bottom. Next stitch, let's knit 2 in relief 1. Next 2 double crochets in relief and 1 below. Two double crochets in relief. And 1 below. This is how it would look on us if we were to place 2 and 1. Another one may be that you place 2 and 2. For example, it would also look pretty on you. Yes, with 2 and 2 we tried. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Here we have below. Here I take another one below. And the following 2 in relief. Or above as they prefer to call it. 1, 2 at the bottom, next double crochet. Double crochet. And these 2 emboss 1. And 2. Next 2, 1. Two. Next 2, 1. And 2 is there to complete our entire tour. I show you here I am about to finish my return. This one I knit from the bottom one. 2. The 2 that follow, I have 1 embossed. And look how I started with a relief, I have to disappear 1, right? So to make it disappear, what I am going to do is to make the double crochet on. Take at the bottom and close. To make this a decrease now here. I am going to make him a chain stitch in this case. I'm going to take the two together because they have already made a decrease. I leave a single stitch. Here I am going to make you a chain stitch passes me to the stitch that follows. And teju double crochet 1. From above, see if for example, those are at the bottom, the weaves at the bottom, these are at the top, the weaves at the top. Then 2 follow at the bottom 1. And 2. 2 in relief 1 and 2 below 1. Two. And so I will continue until I complete all my way around. And it will be mirror on both sides, my return will be just as complete. Once our tour is over, I am going to do here the union with a slip stitch, and to start we are going to knit 2 chains in the same way. And we start and weave at the bottom. What are these 2 1 stitches? Yes. We will continue to weave like this. Now in this case I am going to paint. I'm going to paint, so what I need. And in a little while I'll be back, it's going to start the same way, we're not going to make any more decreases. And it will end in the same way as the 2 turns that the previous round, sorry then. Advantage, remember that this has to bend. And for example, if you already have, I don't know how to advance about 10 turns. I recommend you knit already on the back side, i.e., you would start knitting like this, so that when I double this part, she looks pretty, right, although she does look pretty, but already bent to be seen on this side then. Here is a recommendation. I'm going to get a little ahead of myself. And back, if this is as far as this tutorial you are liking it, let me know by leaving me a like. I want to show you friends, look at the progress I have already made. From this part 1 have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 laps. Then I am here to finish my return. This is the last stitch, look here I pass. And in this case I relief. 1 2 chain stitches. And I'm going to turn so that what looks nice here is seen when I double beyond my fabric. Yes, although it also looks nice on this side. But I'm going to start leaving it. So on the upside down side from now on I'm going to start to work. So 1 2. One. And 2. Do you think I changed a little bit or not? There at home, leave me your comment. It's not much that changes. But it does change a little bit, yes, then. I'm going to do the laps I need now. Once my return is over, check out this part of here. I'm going to spend it like this. And I'm going to turn a little bit. I'm going to take the chain stitches, teju a single stitch. And a chain stitch to start with. I move on to the next stitch and I leave the double crochet and I continue weaving, so to close we are going to close as in this round. And to start, turning a little bit and doing the single stitch now, yes. Let's knit the length we need, remember that this. Because it has to bend. If for example there in the house you say, I don't want it to double, I want to make it simple, I recommend you to do the last 2 laps with a little hook of, in this case, 3.5 millimeters, I still weave it with 4 millimeters hook, yes. This would only apply to both of you. Last laps, or so you want it. If you want it a little tighter, if you knit a little loose, well, you knit it now. For a little more laps with 3.5. I'm going to get a little ahead of the curve and come back. I want to show you, friends, the progress I already have up to this moment. Let's count how many laps there were and look at the. If you can see a difference between the reverse and the right, remember that this is how we this couple. And now I'm knitting it on the shoulder side, but I realized that you can see it a little bit. So I liked it better when weaving it the way I did it. How many laps in total are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 laps. And now what I'm going to do is cut. Let's cut. I have already measured it and it looks super beautiful in this part of here. I leave a little piece of wool, which is the one I go with. In this case, to lose. This is how it turned out. If you would like to see it. This stitch on some sweater. I loved the way it turned out. But if you would like us to turn it into a sweater and make it in medium size, big and extra large girl size, leave me your comment also if you would like extra sizes. Also leave me your comment at the bottom.